Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, it is being widely reported that Errol Spence Jr. is sparring with Ryan Garcia. We already know that Ryan Garcia is added to the stable as a new addition to Derrick James' roster of professional fighters that he trained, and majority of them are world champions or former world champions. I'm including Anthony Joshua. I'm including multiple weight division, undisputed champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr. I'm including undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world, Jamel Charlo, and now, of course, Ryan Garcia. The question on the floor becomes this: is this enough for Spence to prepare for Terrence Bud Crawford? We know what Ryan Garcia possessed skill-wise. Of course, he has a reach advantage in most of his fights. He has a height advantage in most of his fights, and he usually have the speed advantage in most of his fights. Will this be enough for Spence? Because we do know that Terrence Bud Crawford has the reach advantage in this fight with Errol Spence. Now, what we don't know is if he'll have the speed advantage in this fight. In majority of his fights, he usually does have the speed advantage when he is counterpunching his opponents. And 95% of the time that Terrence Bud Crawford has counterpunched his opponents, he has basically hurt them to the point where he stops them completely in the fight. So once again, I want to hear from you all. Give me some feedback in the comments section. Will Errol Spence Jr. sparring Ryan Garcia be enough for him to adequately prepare for Terrence Crawford? Now, of course, there's another caveat to this, and that is that Ryan Garcia is not competing at 147 pounds. But we do know that Ryan Garcia does carry heavy, which is why there was a rehydration clause in the fight between him and Tank Davis just a few months ago. He walks around at least 155 pounds. That's not my words. That's from Ryan Garcia's words himself. So naturally, he is a big young man. So we don't know if the weight is going to play a factor with Ryan Garcia sparring Errol Spence or not, because Errol Spence walks around a big guy too. And so we don't know. But I would love to see if that's going to be a determining factor. That meaning the sparring between Spence and Ryan Garcia to be a determining factor on Errol Spence preparing for Terrence Bud Crawford.